Hello everybody. I think I'm live on the Facebook. Let's see, how does YouTube look? YouTube looks like I'm live too. Excellent connection. Say hello when you get in here. Let me know. Aha, look at that. Hey Tony, hi Nancy. Happy Friday, you guys. I hope everybody had a happy Independence Day. Those who celebrate US. Hey Dawn. Good morning, everybody. All right, I'll give you some time to get here. We've got a ton of housekeeping. It's just how it is. There's so much going on here, and how else do I let you know if I don't tell you about it? So we'll have a few minutes of housekeeping and a really cute project, okay? Hey Melanie, hi Angelique. Thanks for spending some time with me today. All right, let's see. Looks like we're getting comments coming up in Facebook and YouTube. Hi Kathy, happy Friday. You guys can hear me loud and clear? Do those thumbs up, those reactions, share, tag your friends. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you're not following the channel, follow the channel, turn on your notifications, all those things. They really do help the channel. Subscribing or following the page, those are things that you can do for free that really help the channel. Sharing, again, it's a free thing that you can do to really help the channel. Keep those interactions going. Jessica says, I hear you fine. Happy Friday, everybody. Hey, Gian, how are you? Hey, Pam. Pam, I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Happy Friday. Marla says, happy Friday to you too, my friend. Thank you for sharing, Tony. It does really, really make a difference. Christina, I'm glad you're here. Hello. Melody liked and shared. You guys are the best. Thank you. Look at you guys are talking to each other. Mimi says, hello, middle of a storm, but thank God for the rain, right? It makes the plants grow. Hey, Lisa. Hello from Texas. Veronica's here. Hey, Veronica. All right, you guys, I'm going to give you a little bit of housekeeping. I got to do it because how else are you going to know, right? So there are 2 subscription programs, Kitchen Table Stamper. So these are ways that you can get involved and support the channel and be part of the fun. So today is subscription day for Card Club for Cool People. What is Card Club for Cool People? It's our monthly subscription card class. So it arrives to you every month until you stop. You can cancel anytime. This month we are doing the ice cream swirl bundle. Now, of course, you could substitute any large image that you have and do the card layouts. Say, for instance, the cheerful daisies. They would be beautiful with big white cheerful daisies, some nice summer splash or shy shamrock leaves, some glimmer flower centers. So with a little imagination, Card Club can be adapted every month also. All right, so this is our Card Club for this month. Today is the last day to sign up. There's a link in the description to get started. This Card Club is a really great one to jump in at if you've been thinking about trying it, because it is loaded. It's got a really awesome value this month. You're going to get a full spool of this dotted trim in your kit. You're going to get a full package of iridescent rhinestones in your pack. This is what this month's pack looks like. A half a package of In Color Designer Series paper. It makes 8 cards, all right, with a ton left over to play with. You're going to have Designer Series paper, ribbon, embellishments left to keep making more cards or make some of the matching treats. There is a matching treat box for this that we did so that you'd have an idea of what to do with your extras, because there is going to be extras. You're going to get all of the cardstock that you need for your cards, for your bases, for your die cutting. We don't do the die cutting of the featured bundle. So if you're doing the ice cream swirl, you're going to do your ice cream swirl die cutting. If you're doing, like, say, cheerful daisies, that big daisy would be awesome for this. It's just stuck. I wish I could have, if there were 2 of me, I'd have her make it. Okay. But you'll get all the cardstock for doing your die cutting. So lots of colored cardstock in there for you. And then 4 by 6 inches of every In Color glimmer. So a nice fat sample pack of the In Color glimmer paper. even the colors that you don't use. We just include it all in there so that you have tons of product to play with. Once you're inspired and you're crafting and you're going, there's going to be tons of product left for you to keep going. As of right now, we're still offering subscribers who stay with us for 6 consecutive months an amazing swag bag. And those of you who have gotten that swag bag, because June was our first month of swag, pipe up if you are a fan of the swag. If you're a fan of the Card Club for Cool People, if you have anything to say about, you know, your past kits, the value, the quality of the instructions, if you've got anything that you feel about this, subscribers, please put it up in the comments. We'll probably be looking for a few testimonials that we can add to our subscription page. So if you've got something you like about this card club, if you put it here, we might be reaching out to you to ask if we can use it as a testimonial on this subscribe page. So today is the day if you want to get in on this packed kit. The other thing this kit is going to include is first access to Wonder Recipe 29, 30, 31, and it includes a shortcut card sketch that is not released to anybody else. These are Cool People exclusive, and each month you get a new shortcut card sketch. So you'll be building your resources to help you out of crafters block for the future too. All right, so sign up today if you want to get involved with our card club for cool people. Looks like Desi put the link in the comments too, so it's in the description and in the comments. Thanks, Des. I love when you're around here. All right, so that's Card Club. Today is the day. If you sign up tomorrow, you'll get next month's kits, which is going to be equally awesome. They're all equally awesome. Somebody who's in Card Club say they're all equally awesome. All right, then the other thing I want to show you guys is In Color Club. So we have an In Color Club. We're building a Color Buddies reference guide book. We have a different resource for each of the colors that you'll add to your book. It's 5 months. Each month I feature a color. And each month you get a color. It might be different from my featured color. This month we're featuring Shy Shamrock, and we're doing a Stamp a Stack of cards with the Bright Skies bundle. So if you've got this one, you had to have it, especially when there was designer series paper to match, and now you're like, oh, I don't use that enough. Get into Card Club or In Color Club, because we have got a great Stamp a Stack for you. This PDF will be available for purchase outside of In Color Club August 1st. All right, so there will be a PDF, and our PDF store is a great way to support the channel if you don't, say, need Stampin' Up! Supplies from us, but you find us very inspiring. Look at our PDF store. We'll be adding this one in August. And In Color Club, if you sign up now, you'll be invited to the Zoom August 1st, August 29th, and September 26th. Then you'll have the access to the first 2 Zoom replays. So we do a Zoom craft along where we do that Stamp a Stack. You get each of the In Color supplies. Hey, Des, you want to put a link to In Color Club in there too?
Working on it already.
Oh, you're the best postcard. All right, so you can join anytime. I think we're closing subscriptions in November, because November, December, January, February, March. I don't want to run into catalog retirements and having trouble getting any of the supplies that are included, like the glimmer paper that might retire and run out of stock. So we'll only be taking In Color subscriptions to November, because it's 5 months to collect it all. And here you guys go. Let me show you an In Color packet. Here we go. This is, let me get the name off of this one. We want to preserve some privacy here. All right, this is our In Color Basics. Wait, I don't know where my ribbon went. Here's my ribbon. Our In Color Basics, and it includes a full spool of ribbon, an ink pad, your In Color Buddy pages for that month, that color, the glimmer paper. Underneath the glimmer paper, you can't see that, but it includes 6x6 of the glimmer paper and 8 pages of the In Color, half a pack of cardstock. So that's a basic packet. It'll also include the markers once they're back in stock from Stampin' Up. We're doing a catch up, double up, triple up on the markers, but you'll also get your marker. And then at the end of the club, you will get on the basic level, the shimmer gems, the resin dots, both in the In Color collection, and you get the box for your markers so that you'll be able to store all 5 markers. So that's In Color Club Basic, just the basics. I wanted to let you guys know that if you join now, you will be invited to that August 1st Craft With Me, where we'll be featuring Shy Shamrock, and you'll get the PDF for the Stamp a Stack for free. Okay? It's included in color. Nancy says you'll never be disappointed with anything you purchase from Kitchen Table Stamper / Marisa. Great packets, instructions, and you know how awesome her videos are. Oh, you are the best. Thank you. All right, so our project today is a kind of warm-up project I did for In Color Club. So I want to show you this. You'll notice that we're Blueberry Bushel and Shy Shamrock and Balmy Blue are kind of our primary color palette here. And I want to show you that that was inspired by our In Color Buddies book. So when you're looking for that inspiration, you'll be able to go back to this resource. There's a place there for you to put all your notes and other color combinations that you like with each of the In Colors. So you'll be making a record for yourself, an inspiration for yourself of what colors play nicely with that featured In Color. It's a really great little reference guide, just like our Wonder Recipes are a great place to get started, get inspiration, get unstuck. Our sketches are a great place to get unstuck. We'll be building the Color Buddies reference guide. Like I said, it's a great place to get unstuck. So as I was contemplating Shy Shamrock and how I was going to feature that August 1st for In Color Club, this was one of my warm-up projects. So that's where that color combination came from, I pulled from. I also knew that with Shy Shamrock, because there aren't many Stampin' Up! Designer Series papers that have it in there, I was going to use the Full of Life. So once I had the Full of Life Designer Series paper, my color combination from the Color Buddies, and then I grabbed a template from the Useful Box series, my project was practically done for me. All right, so we have a Useful Box series. If you guys don't know about this, you got to check it out. We have boxes that are useful boxes that hold common treats, right? So this is our Hershey box. We have this year to celebrate. So here's a fun new year. And this one we did the popping candy Hershey bar. And then we have this All About Autumn Hershey box. So you can find these resources, these tutorials with free printable project sheets. So if you're like, thinking about, maybe joining In Color Club or Card Club or buying a PDF, go check out our free ones and you'll see the quality that we have and the accuracy and the completeness, the beautiful photos. Like these are printable resources for this box. All right, and you will see this box again and again because it's very easy to get Hershey bars. They're common treats, and we're going to make useful packaging for them. So this is today's project, and we're going to copy this one, but there's that Full of Life Designer Series paper. This is the one that we did for the pre-recorded video. Same paper pack, different piece of Designer Series paper. So your job now is to put in the comments which one you like better. Do you like the vertical stripe here? Or do you like the tie-dye? Which one do you like better? All right, well, you guys are putting which one you like better. I'm going to look at the comments and then we're going to get started with crafting. But please come and join us for Card Club or In Color Club. It really is more than just a card making experience. You're building resources like those sketches and those Wonder Recipes, okay? So things that you can go back to again and again and again. And you get the PDF of these unless you do concierge. Concierge, we give you the card sketch laminated at the concierge level, but the PDF version of these are in your resource. And we haven't released the sketches 29, 30, 31 publicly yet. And the other resource that we're building in these clubs, in the In Color Club, is this Color Buddies reference guide. So we're definitely building a library. Now, free on the blog. You'll find the measurements for this and the photo of the template in our project sheets, and you will see us use it again and again. And we want to see you use it again and again. All right, let's see. We've got vertical stripe and tie-dye. 1, 2. It looks like tie-dye's in the lead right now on YouTube. Let's see what, or on Facebook. Let's see what YouTube says. Oh dear. Let's get the YouTube up on this device. Ha ha ha, there we go. What do you guys like best? It says, make sure you give Marisa a thumbs up. Thank you, please do. Has anyone else tried these cute cow Hershey Milklicious bars? The ones tasted so good, Shauna. That's so funny that that's what you're asking, because that's what we made this box for this time, the Milklicious Hershey bars. Oh, I gotta see. I think I spelled it M-I-L-K-A licious. When I was searching for them on Amazon. I did find one on Amazon that's a little bit more expensive than the ones I got at the Walmart checkout. I found this at the Walmart checkout. And I did include a link to a 24-pack, I believe, that I found on Amazon. A little bit more than the single candy bar price at the checkout, though. So check those out. That's funny that that's what you... That's what you said, because I found them finally. I forget who told me about them. Carol? Nancy? One of you guys told me about them. And then I finally found them. All right, so let's see. What do you guys like better, the stripes or the tie-dyes? Nancy says, Desi, I love that you're helping your mother today. Did you see that? Hello. Oh, you said hello? Awesome. Bonnie said, good afternoon. Thumbs up and shared. I love it. I love it. Melanie, I'm glad you're here. You guys are the best. Keep those comments coming. The comments are how Facebook and YouTube, whichever platform you're on, judges whether this content is interesting. If you guys make those reactions and post those comments and tag your friends and talk back and forth, then the algorithm says this is interesting content. We have other demographic that we believe are fit the crafter demographic, and we'll feed this to that demographic. So when you're doing that, it is really, again, a free way that you can really help this channel, teach those algorithms that we have interesting content. All right, so let me get started with the craft. Thank you for listening about the subscriptions, the clubs that we have going on right now. If I don't tell you about them here, there's no way that you'll know. We're going to send out an email in just a little bit about the last day to subscribe for Card Club, but only people who are subscribed to our email list will get that notification, where this is something that, you know, we can touch some different people this way. So thanks for putting up with the housekeeping. I hope that maybe some of you who have thought about Card Club or In Color Club will give us a try. All right, let me see. How do I want to put these guys? I think I'm going to put them off the edge here because we need to get our assembly scored in here. I am starting with a balmy blue base, and we've got 7 by 6.5. And on the 7-inch sides, we're going to score at 1/2. So just 1/2 and 1/2. And I do that because if I score both sides at 1/2, then this is actually 1/2. It's not 1/2 and then what's left over on this side. So if you trimmed your paper just a hair short or a hair long, then this tab, this side of the box, is going to be a hair long or a hair short. And on a box this narrow, a 1/16 of an inch matters. You're going to have a trapezoid box. So that's why I do. It's easy to say 1/2 and 6.5. Like, that's not hard math to do. But what happens is you get a more uniform right and left side of the box if you do it 1/2, flip 180 degrees and 1/2. Okay, so there is a method to the madness. Now on the 6.5 inch side, we're going to do, this one's already scored, so I have to be careful. 2.5, 3, and then 5.5 and 6. And all of this will be on the printable project sheet for you in just a little bit. We're going to wrap up live, then we're going to send our email reminder about Card Club, then we will publish this blog post. It's all pretty much ready for you already. So look out this afternoon for it, and you'll have that printable resource. Let's work these with a bone folder, trim according to the template, and take a look at comments. I don't know why YouTube is not loading for me on another device. So I'm not ignoring you, YouTube. I am so grateful you're spending some time with me, but I'm gonna have to check on this device from time to time for comments. Des, if you see anything, just shout it out, okay? Since I got Desi, I'll have her help me look at comments there. Hey, Gail Beth, how are you? I'm glad you're here, my friend. Let's see, I think tie-dye's winning. You can tell me, do you like the stripe or do you like the tie-dye? I'll tell you, at my house, the winner is tie-dye after I asked everybody. But my preference is the stripe. But I think they're both awesome because this Full of Life Designer Series paper is so awesome. And then very versatile too. You can pull a ton of color combinations out of it. So it's pretty easy to use with other products that you might have already. All right, let's get this trimmed up. Galbeth says tie-dye. Yeah, you're not in the, oh, Tanya's with me, likes the stripe. Great, keep them coming. What do you like better? Okay, I'm gonna just pop over to this other device really quick. Let's see here. Oh, Shauna doesn't like the Milkalicious. I haven't tried it yet. I've heard good reviews from other people though. So have you guys tried the Milkalicious bars? And do you like them? Let me know. And then I've got another question for you. That's good. We got to get the discussions because that's good content right there. All right, let's trim. Milkalicious, have you tried it? Yes or no? Do you like it? Yes or no? I told Gideon that we were not opening any of them because he's been on me about it. Until after I did this video. So he's anxiously awaiting me to finish so we can open them and try them. Maybe that's what I'll leave you guys. I'll put in the blog post if we like them or not, because we're gonna open one after we're done and try it. All right, so you have two skinny score lines right here. There's two skinny segments, two score lines. That is the flap of your box, okay? So let's start there. Turn that toward you, and then on the first score line, from the right, cut down 2 score lines, angle, because this is your inside tab, get rid of that scored paper and then cut off the flap. And then move over to the next score line and do the same thing. And that is the tuck tab and the inside flaps of the box. Then you're going to rotate to the side, cut a little angle and a little straight, and remove that score line, a little angle and a little straight, and remove that score line. So that's what the side of your box will look like, and we'll do the same on the other side. Melissa said, I like them even more when they're cold. Ooh. Tony says, haven't tried it, not sure I saw those yet by us. They look yummy. The box is adorable. Thank you. Margie's never tried it. No, us neither, but we're gonna. Tony said I made a bunch of these boxes once again this morning for Halloween. Oh, sharing the craft social. I'm glad you're back to crafting, my friend. In the middle of doing 20 cards for my friend for her birthday gift. Oh, that's a nice gift. It's the gift that keeps on giving, Tony, as you give her the gift of the cards and she sends the cards. It's the gift that keeps giving. All right, there's our box. Let's get these corners. These are the tuck tab. So we're gonna round those up. Got my We Are. And Gala says, I'm not eating any sweets for the past couple months because I'm currently working towards my weight goal. 25 pounds since April 18. Good for you, girlfriend. I've been maintaining my weight loss. I've lost about 25 pounds since the Norway incentive trip. So over a year now, I've maintained that loss, but I'd like to take off about 20 more. All right, there's our tuck tab all flapped, our flap all tucked. And on the front of the box, this is the front of the box. It's the one without those score lines. On the outside, we're going to add our designer series paper. I think this is 2 1/4 by 5 3/4, but I'm not positive. It'll be on the project sheet. Let's see. I think it's the same from the, I will tell you in just a minute. I think that that's right. Oh my gosh, it's going to be on the project sheet. Sometimes you just got to go to the written one. Yeah, 2 1/4 by 5 3/4. Okay. We're going, those project sheets sure are handy and free. Let's get that adhered to the front of our box. Tony says she used to do cards but can't anymore, so I made her a bunch every year for her birthday, Christmas, and just whenever. Oh, that's so awesome. Marianne says, just hopped on. Can I see the box? Yes, because you have to tell me, do you like the tie-dye version of our Hershey box? This is the one that we've done a couple of times on the blog, but it's such a useful box for treats that are easy to find, right? That's our series. This is our stripe box. I want to know which you like better. Do you like tie-dye or stripes? Oh, look, I'm about to put the glue on the pretty side. I hate when that happens. Hey, Linda, I'm glad you're here. All right, let's go round this and add this to the front of our box. Trying not to get sticky this early in the game. All right, Desi said she wanted me to try the yellow bit because you get just a little bit from this designer series paper, and we have it here under the sunflowers. So she's like, what if you had it on the opposite side? But because we have these flowers, I don't know that it matters, but we're gonna do one each way just for fun. That's what you can do when you make a bunch of them. You can try it different ways. All right, so we've done trimmed according to the template. Let's find center and cut a thumb notch, which means I need my Simply Score tool. Hey Jan, happy Friday. Tony says, I love both the boxes, right? And the fun part is when you make a bunch of them, then you can, try it all different ways. All right, let us see here. I can't find center. It just is really hard for me. So I've got my little centering ruler here. Did you guys know that your Simply Score tool has a centering ruler on it? It's like 2-for-1 tools. I love that. One of the features I love about that tool. And I need my 1/2-inch circle punch. I've got the retired Stampin' Up one. You can use whatever little shape you have here, or a little bit bigger. You can use a 3/4-inch circle if you need to. The little loop, how a heart, you can use like one of these on the heart to get that little thumb notch if you need to, but it does make opening and closing the box easier. All right, thanks for sharing, Margie. That makes a difference, it really does. Marian says, both are adorable. If I had to choose, it'd be the stripes. I like the stripes best too, but so far it seems the tie-dye is winning the survey, and tie-dye is the favorite around my house. So I guess I'm in the minority, but that's okay. I love the stripe one. Tie-dye one turned out just as cute though. All right, let me see here. I wanted to try something a little different this time because I got to look at this. When I did the video, I put the adhesive on the inside tabs, or on the bottom tabs on the outside of the box. And then I brought it up, and then I brought to the back, or no, then I brought it up, and then I brought the front to the back, but then that leaves the tab in there, and then this was catching on that tab. So I wanted to try something different now that I've done the video. I'm gonna try putting this adhesive, instead of on the outside of the little square tab, I'm gonna put it on the inside of the little square tab, and I'm gonna put it on the inside of the long front tabs too. Let's see if this works out. No better time to see if it works out than during a live video, right? That's all right. I have a friendly crowd. It'd be fine. All right, let me pop over here for a second while I'm doing the assembly. I'm going to remove these first from the small tabs. Stacey Bruce says, first time watching from Scotland, UK. Hope everyone is well. We're glad you're here. Welcome. We're live this time. It's noon Central Time, US. I'm just outside of Chicago, and we're live this time every Friday. So I hope that we'll see you again. All right. So this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this up to the outside of the box. Oh, it's going to work fine. Okay, good. I was a little nervous since it's live, but I'm going to bring the tab instead of to the inside of the box. So if the adhesive was on this side, then this would be stuck in here. And then when this wrapped around, there would still be a tab there. And when you tried to put your candy bar in, this little flappy bit would keep getting stuck on there. So if you are watching the live, you have the advantage of seeing the little update to where to put your adhesive, and it really does help. Lala, oh, hi, Phyllis. Phyllis says, hugs to, hi, everyone, hugs from Maryland. I like that you came into the room with hugs. Phyllis, which do you like better? We're having a discussion. Do you like tie-dye or do you like the stripes? We're going to do the stripes again today, but I thought it would be a good discussion. And our box holds Milkalicious Hershey Bar. And we've also having a discussion. Have you tried this one? And do you like it? So if you haven't weighed in on those two, now's the time. Gail says Gail Beth says I didn't know there was a halfway mark on the scoreboard. Yes, your centering ruler's right there. A handy little tool, because if you're like me, your Simply Score tool is always around. And so if you're also like me and you can't find center, my eyes are on crooked. You guys, I couldn't guess center. I can probably get a 1/2 inch circle centered in a 1 inch space, but anything more than that, and it's too vast, and I end up far left or far right. So if you're like me, then you've got your scoreboard, your Simply Score tool all the time, and there's a centering ruler right on there. Okay, so we've got our tab on the outside of the box now, and when we bring the front tab, so the seams go around to the back, now it's covered. It's sandwiched in there, so the outside of the box is clean, and the inside of the box doesn't have that little speed bump in there. See, the more you make, the more you learn. All right, so there's our box, and our little Hershey Milkalicious is a little bit wider than the other Hershey bar, so I found if I did a little squeeze there first, and then made sure that the little papers were down and in, then it fits just fine. But you got to get those little tails tucked down too on this. This particular Hershey is a little bit wider because there's 2 skinny bars inside of there. All right, so there is our little Hershey treat box. Let's tie it up with some shamrock ribbon, which I have somewhere. I've been using shamrock a ton, you guys. If you're not friends with Shy Shamrock yet, that In Color Club, that's the one we're featuring this month, and it's really been a fun color to work with, but it is one that I haven't quite made friends with in the same way as say like Pretty in Pink and the Summer Splash. Those are easy colors for me. Coastal Cabana is one of my favorites. Pool Party is one of my favorites. So the Summer Splash has been really easy for me to accept. The Shy Shamrock, though, has been a little bit more of a challenge for me. What in color has been your challenge? Which one has been the one that you're having a little bit harder time helping to find its color buddies, a little bit harder time working with? Anybody, now that you've had them for a couple of months? It says, I love this tip. I learned it from you months ago. Oh, good. See, that makes it worth the price of admission, right? I love that it's entertaining, but hopefully you walk away with things that really do make your crafting life easier. Resources that make your crafting life easier, like the Useful Box series templates, the Wonder recipes, things like that. That's my goal. That's my goal. I want to make your crafting life easier and more enjoyable. After all, for most of us, this is kind of the happy place. This is our place where we unwind and relax, and it's our happy place. So hopefully the resources make it easy for you too. Gian says, Shamrock has been a tough one for me, just like wild wheat. Yep, wild wheat was a tough one for me too. Yeah, the Shamrock is definitely, it's a beautiful color, don't get me wrong. And so working on the Color Buddies reference guide for that color was interesting. It went round and round. The other color combinations, let me show you this. This is the In Color Club resource. The other color combinations came very quickly for me, but Shy Shamrock was the last page I did, even though it's like third in the Roy G. Biv series, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple series. It was the last one I came up with. It was just a little bit trickier for me. So if you're having trouble with Shy Shamrock, that's our feature this month. Get on the In Color Club, or look out August 1st for the Brighter Skies PDF card class, because we use feature Shy Shamrock in that one, and August 1st we'll release that PDF. All right, now I want to show you guys a fun trick. So I'm going to stack these guys aside and get my die cut charts here for you. This is the Nested Essentials dies, and I have one of this second from smallest, a regular hexagon basic white, and one Shy Shamrock. All right, so let's grab the Bright Skies dies. The Bright Skies dies are how we got this little hill of grass and our flowers. And let me show you that die. So there's two different cloud borders in that die set, and they're everywhere. You guys, they're everywhere, so forgive me for that, because we've been working really hard on that Stamp-A-Stack. This is the Bright Skies. If you don't love the Bright Skies stamp set, I would encourage you to still look at the dies, the clouds, the cloud borders, the little sun, the flowers, all make, the lightning bolts, all make excellent paper embellishments. They're really good wingman images. You don't necessarily need to get the stamp set also, but look at the die set as it stands on its own, because we're using it with the cows, and they are the perfect support dies. And of course, in a different, maybe a card circumstance where you've got a little bit more space to decorate, the clouds would be awesome with this scene. So look at that die set if it's not one that you already have, outside of the Stampin' Up bundle. You know what I mean? Sometimes Stampin' Up gets us all bundled up, and when we don't like one component, the stamps, or we don't like one component, the dies, then we don't consider them separately. You know what I mean? So I say that sometimes we got to think outside of the suite, or think outside of the bundle. So take a look at this one as its own set of tools. It's really awesome. I think you'd like it with all the different stamps and things that you have. It's a great addition kind of a set, a wingman kind of a set, paper embellishments. All right, we're gonna cut that guy like this, see? So we got the hexagon, and we lay the die along the bottom so that it starts mid-loop and ends mid-loop. We're gonna give it a crank, and now we're gonna have the cutest little green pasture for our cow. Does your magnet sheet have a 3-hole punch? Yes, they're pages for a binder system I used to use. So there's our pasture for our cow. And if you want to, if you're making a bunch of these, so say you bought a box of them, you have 18 or 24 bars or whatever, and you're making a bunch, then you just flip and then cut again, and you have another pasture ready to go for the next bar. All right, so that's my little trick for you today. The Bright Skies dies and Nested Essentials dies are really good buddies. All right, so now I've got my 2 pastures, like a 2-for-1 there, and we're going to glue the pasture to the background, but we want to keep the glue at the very bottom edge, because we're going to tuck those sunflowers underneath in just a minute. So just put glue at the very bottom edge. And then we're going to do some stamping. I love my little fine point glue bottle. I can just do a tiny little line People ask all the time, what is this? It's just multi-purpose liquid glue, and I found a squeeze bottle with this needle point on Amazon, and it's never clogged. I've been using it for weeks now. I've been hesitant to say that, but now that after I've been using it for weeks, I am never, ever digging around in this one with a pin. I'm never pulling the glue booger. I really love the little bottle. This is the other one that I had tried, this style of little glue bottle, where it has like a small fine metal point that you put on a squeeze bottle. I don't like this one, this style. So just in case anybody else is thinking about it, both just have the multi-purpose liquid glue in, but I was tired of the sticky fingers. Like, I'm constantly sticky. I'm still even sticky sometimes with the accuracy and no clog of this one, but it's really helped me maintain or keep the mess to a minimum. And so since people are always asking me, what kind of glue is that? It's multi-purpose liquid glue. I just changed the container for the sake of neat and accuracy. Okay. So that's that. What tape are you using to hold the dies in place when die cutting? This is actually from a friend, Amy Carter, I think is here, but not on Facebook, watching on YouTube. This, I think it's mint tape is what it's called. My friend Amy Carter sent this to me. You guys, I get the craziest little like fun Happy Mail once in a while, and that was one of the things. I haven't even needed to reorder it yet, but I'm gonna find it and get some. It's like, it's a paper kind of tape, and it's just a little bit more sticky than a Post-it note. It's a little more sticky than that, but it's paper like that. And Amy didn't like it. She's like, I know you wanted to try it. I bought it, don't like it. And she sent it to me, and I love it. So if you've used this one, and Amy, if you're there, did I call it the right name? Mint tape. Let me know how you feel about this one. Yeah, Jan says, yep, that's mint tape. Jan, do you like it? Lisa says, can I share a link? There is a link for my little squeezy. I am so in love with it, I can't help it. Wait till you see what we're gonna do with the other thing. So I had a couple of friends, Jan's one of them, that sent me these little threaders for the twine and the ribbon. We're gonna use this in a minute too. And these are the two things I've been putting on every video because my crafting life is so much better with them. But yes, there's a link in the description to the ones I get on Amazon, to these ones, not to the other ones, which is not to these ones. I don't like this kind. All right. Let's see here. And Jan says, yes, I do like it. All right. So those of you who have used the mint tape, let me know. Do you like it? Do you not like it? I know my friend Amy doesn't like it. But that's how I got hers, and I do like it. So I'm glad, you know, each of us our own, right? John says, do you have the glue bottle linked on your, yes, you can find it on the blog posts, like at the bottom in sources, or you can find it in the description. And Desi says, wild wheat was awful. Desi, she walked away and dropped that comment. For those of you who like wild wheat, it's lovely. Desi didn't mean that. No, she did mean that, and she's entitled to her opinion, right? Oh gosh, you guys, I love doing these lives. I really do. Thank you for spending time with me and commenting. And Phyllis likes the stripes best. Me too. Yes, you're my people, stripe people. Do you like tie-dye or stripes? If you haven't weighed in yet, we want to know. All right, let's do some stamping and coloring. I can stamp color and chat, I think. Let's see here. Angelique says, you can find mint tape on scrapbook.com. I have to go and look for it because I really do like it, but I'm not running out anytime soon. I'll also testify to, if you find this and like this and get some, it's going to last you a long time, which is nice. All right, where am I going to find my stamps? I've got Memento Tuxedo Black. I've got a Stampin' Pierce matte. Let's see here. Let me get this away from the ink pad before we have an ink catastrophe. And Angelique says, I can't wait to play with Shy Shamrock in Color Club. Definitely need inspiration on this color. I am so glad that you are going to be inspired by the color combinations, by the card class. Hopefully this is warming you up for Shy Shamrock, Angelique. Thank you for being an in color, we call our in color club members in color buddies. Thank you for being an in color buddy. Deborah, I'm glad you're here. You like the stripes? I like the special dark chocolate bar. I like the special dark too. That's my favorite of the Hershey's. Although I was surprised how much I loved the popping one. Have you guys tried that Hershey's popping chocolate? All right, I got to talk less and work a little. Okay, I'm thinking, I'm finding, I'm working. You guys, if you want a more crafting, less chatting version of this project, we do a pre-recorded video also, and that will be published very soon. So if you don't love the chatty format, leave your likes and your thumbs up and your reactions and your comments, and then check out the pre-recorded video later. Or be like Nancy and hang out with us and chat. But then when you really want to make the project, there is a pre-recorded video without all the chat, okay? Jen says, I love the In Color Club so much. Yay. I love that you're doing it. We have fun together, don't we? In Color Club Zooms are fun. Lynn says, I like Post-it tape. That was going to be the next one I tried so that I can compare the two too, because I guess they're similar, but I'm going to try the other one. Let's see here. Veronica says mint tape from scrapbook.com. Does anybody know if you can get mint tape from anywhere else? Because like I said, mine was a gift. So I know scrapbook.com, but is it like one of their products? Jessica says, I love the chat. Me too. Gail says, I'm a child of the 70s, so I'm partial to the tie-dye. All right, I've got to punch out this cow. So let's take a look like I usually do. I leave my punch so that I know when I punch the head, I'm going to be able to get it in there and punch the head, right? So I like to do the end of the strip right here because then I can just slide it right in and I can get the head. Now, I'm going to also punch my little body, but I'm going to do that at the other end of the strip because when I slide that one in, I don't want to punch the other things that I've already stamped, right? The builder punches have a habit of biting, and we don't want any of our images to get bit by the extra little bits that the punch does. So now we're going to do our sunflowers. We're going to stamp them on the stripe or on the strip also, but making sure that we leave enough room so that we can punch without injuring our sunflowers. All right, so there's our sunflowers. Now the sentiment is going to pick up on that color combination that we're highlighting from the In Color Buddies book. We want that blueberry bushel, balmy blue, shy shamrock color combination to shine. So I'm going to bring my blueberry bushel. I've got a little rectangle here. It's a little pierced one. And it comes from the Unbounded Love Dies. So it's this little guy right here. It is actually a die that cuts both of these pieces in one pass. But I love this for sentiments. It's just the perfect little size. We're going to turn this rectangle into a tag, which you know I love to add my sentiments on a tag. Because if I add it on a tag or if I add it on a strip, then if something goes wrong in stamping the sentiment, I didn't try to stamp it on my project or on a different element of my project and ruin it. If it's uphill, downhill, blobby, I can just get another little scrap and make another little rectangular strip. So I tend to put my sentiments on separate pieces for that reason. All right, so blueberry bushel, what's moo with you? What's moo with you? I love everything punny. That's so funny. All right, now let's color these guys while that dries a minute. My Stampin' Blends, I got Pecan Pie and Shy Shamrock, Basic Black, Daffodil Delight, and I've got the light Petal Pink. I'm going to start with my light Petal Pink and do a snout and ears, and we're doing some pretty basic coloring, kind of because with treats like this, if you want to make a lot of them, you don't want to really make the coloring complicated. So we're going to use light and dark pecan pie, but we're not going to do a lot of shading. We're going to let just the different areas show the light and dark. Okay, so I'm going to do my tail and body with light pecan pie, and then I'll do the tassel on the tail and the spots on the cow with dark. So I'm not going to add any shadows, but I think we'll get the dimension without as much work by just doing light and dark in their own areas. Thing I love about the Stampin' Blends is everybody looks like an artist. If you just keep working on that wet edge, keep adding ink right next to that wet edge, then you're going to get the smoothest possible fill. It's just that simple to make it look nice and streak free. Then I'm going to do the tassel dark and each of the little spots. I'm going to do the same kind of idea on the face. We'll use both colors in different areas. So no complicated shading and blending, but I still think we get some nice depth on our image this way. But if you're making a bunch of them, it's not going to take you extra long. All right, the little fringe is dark, and then we'll do the rest of the face with light pecan pie. And I'm going to leave that little white stripe down the center of the face. I think the combination of the light, dark, and white gives us a really good looking cow. Not too basic, but not a lot of work. Do you know what I mean? I know some of you make a lot of treats. And so when we can keep treat coloring simple, it's the best, I think. Now, a little bit of shading here because I'm going to do my sunflower centers on this one with the light pecan pie. And then all I'll do is take the dark one and make a little, I don't know, it's like a C shape. And then swipe where the two shades meet. And I think that is pretty much the only blending that I'm going to do here. I'll take some dark Daffodil Delight and fill the petals of my sunflower. If you want to do some blending, do a reverse blend here because it'll go pretty quick. And you just dab the dark at the base of the petals. The leaves or the tips of the petals are white. It leaves the tips white. And then you can just go the opposite way. So from the ends of the petals, just dab the light daffodil if you're going to do any blending on this at all. It's such a little space. You could just color them in with the dark. And then the leaves are the same way. You could do either light or dark Shy Shamrock. If you're making a bunch of them, I think I would do dark Shy Shamrock if I was doing a bunch of them. If you're just making one and you want to do a little bit fancier coloring. Do you guys like to do basic coloring or fancy coloring? You tell me. Or does it just depend on the project? I tend to feel like the only way to do it is fancy coloring, but it's not. You can get really great results, especially with Stampin' Blends, with a simple fill. A nice smooth, no streak fill looks really great. All right, so what I did was just did all of the leaves because it's a small area and the shades are pretty close to each other. Did all light and then just dab a tiny bit of dark right at the top of the leaf there. But it's totally not necessary. I'm going to just color this one with light and then hold it up so you can see it's such a small area. Do them just light if you're doing a bunch of them. See the differences. You get a little bit of depth if you go in and dab at the top of the leaf with the dark. And then I don't even bother to go and blend it back together. It doesn't need it. All right, there's that. Jen says depends on the project. Lifesaver Post-it tape for sure. Tanya likes the Post-it tape too. I'm gonna have to find some and try it. Jen says those Unbounded Love dies are awesome. Aren't they so good? It actually, really illustrates my point earlier when I was talking about the Bright Skies dies. You don't have to get the Bright Skies stamp set, right? The Unbounded Bounded Love dies. I did not get the Unbounded Love stamp set. I didn't like the font. You know, you don't always have to get bundled. So when you look at them, Stampin' Up! Has trained us to look at a bundle as one unit, one indivisible unit, but you don't have to. So I've got the dies. In fact, I just bought myself a second set of the dies because of the packets that I make and stuff, but I don't have the stamps. So get the dies if you want the dies, but you don't have to have the stamps in any case. Try to look at them separately. Don't pass on a bundle because you don't like both parts of it. If you love the stamps, get the stamps. If you love the dies, get the dies. Only get both if you really love both. All right, so I'm going to go over here and punch. See how easy it was? We didn't damage our sunflowers. It was easy to get it into the punch. A little planning ahead with these punches makes a big difference. Hey, Brittany, I'm glad you're here. All right, let's cut out our sunflowers. Where did I put my scissors? There they are. Tony says, have to go. Love this box. Thanks for sharing. I am so glad that you like it. I can't wait to see your Halloween ones. Linda says, love this cow set. Me too. I found the Milkalicious Hershey bars and knew that we needed to go back to our useful box series and do the Hershey bar box again. Now, you guys, in this useful box series, you know what? I wish Desi was sitting here. I'd have her fussy cut this so I could show you, but I want to show you what I do. My useful box series, it's a free series on the blog. And again, I'm always all about making myself resources for when I'm stuck and I need an idea. So we have a whole series of boxes. Some of them are a little bit newer, like our Market Goodness treat boxes and our little, oh, look at Desi's here. Desi's, will you cut that out for me? You don't have to cut out the bottom stems, just go up into them a little bit, and you don't have to cut in between or anything. You know, it goes under the thing. But all of these things are on the blog for you to grab and use anytime you want to. And a lot of them are designed because there's readily available treats out there. So like the baby bundt cake or the twin wrap little Debbie's. This one fits the Hershey with almonds or things like Baby Ruth. And then we've done them a couple of times. Like here's one with just a fun floral one. Here's one that's done for Christmas. So I'm always trying to build resources so that when I can't think of anything or I'm tired or I can just jump in and use one of the resources. So here's one that holds the Reese trees or the Reese pumpkins. We did it with trees. We did it with pumpkins. But there are things that you can find again and again every year, every season. So this one does the Big Bite, what are they called? The Russell Stover Big Bites, and we've done that in a couple. This one does Ghirardelli Squares. This one actually holds the multi-purpose liquid glue bottle. I have to make one that holds this bottle now. Oh, you guys, I'm going to find it and make it. Or I'll find one of the useful ones that fits it, right? Kit Kat box. So you can go back through these. And I just made myself a book of the ones that are in the useful series that I've done a couple of times. And so that I can pull them out and do them again for you with a different, easy to find treat or with the same treat for a different season. So just, I don't know, just another resource, the useful treat box series, the Color Buddies book, the Wonder Recipes. I use them to keep myself creative and motivated, and then share them with you. And I hope that you enjoy those resources. But check out our useful box series. All right, so let's turn this into a tag while Desi's fussy cutting for me. I love when I got an extra set of hands. All right, there we go. There's our tag. Tanya says basic coloring, mostly fancy. Mostly occasionally fancy, but I do the type that the person is showing me for the projects mostly. Ah, so you follow the inspiration, huh? Oh, well, this one's nice and simple for you. Let's see here. Linda loves the cow set. Me too. I think I said that. Margaret says, glad to see you, love. Hope all is well. Everything is very good. I hope the same is with you, Margaret. I feel like I haven't seen you in a little while. Let's see here. Deborah loves mint tape. That's good. See, I guess some to each his own, right? Angelique likes the special dark Hershey's. How about you guys with the Milkalicious? Has anybody chimed in on whether they like that one or not? Oh, Deborah said found dark with almond at Walmart. Ooh, you guys, what about the Milky Way Midnight, the dark chocolate Milky Way? Anybody? 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 You're my people if you say yes. China says, is that series on your blog? Yes. And in the blog post for this one, we'll link to a couple of the other Hershey box examples, but the series is on the blog and it just kind of goes on. And I try to link the same boxes together as we go. Angela says, love the dark Milky Way too. Yep, you're my people. All right, we're going to get some dimensionals and we're going to double up. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this guy. And then I'm going to also put some dimensionals on the back of my cow body because I want to take advantage when we've got treats and we don't have to watch how many dimensionals we put. We don't have to put it in an envelope and put it through the mail. I like to put a lot. A lot is the number of dimensionals high that I make treats. So I'm going to do a couple on the back of our cow here, and I'm going to do them little bits down the legs because otherwise they just kind of flap and this gets handled. So I'm going to do kind of a lot because that's what I do. Sometimes I do kind of a lot too much, but I'm a very generous gluer. Maybe that's why my little squeeze bottle works so well for me because I'm a very generous gluer. Okay, let's pop this onto our box. Yeah, I just go and like, all right. And we're going to put it to the left of center and kind of low so that we have room for our cow's head. I almost said so we have room for our horse's head. Oh dear. I need one of those. What were those things where you pull the string and it would spin around? You'd put it on the cow and say the cow says moo. It's a cow, not a horse. I think we need a little horse though. A little horse would be fun. Okay, I don't want to put that one down yet. I gotta put my sunflowers down first. Good. Remember your sunflowers go past the top of the hexagon. So just put a little bit of glue on the stems and leaves at the bottom. And we didn't glue this all the way down. If you're just joining us, we put it along the bottom edge so we can lift and tuck our little sunflowers in so they don't go past the top. Now we can add our cow and put that down very low. A little bit of dimensional for adding the head. But here's the thing, we don't want to double the dimensional, so we don't want to put the dimensional on the body. We want to put the dimensional on the box and then add the little head. Once that little head is on there, then you can take another little bit of dimensional and tuck it underneath, and you'll know that it's not past the top of the hexagon and it's not going to double up because you just lifted. There. Now we've got a little dimensional cow. Oh, I gotta switch my view so I can see what I'm showing you. Got a little dimensional cow. He's popped up, and then so is his background, which is great on treat boxes. Stack them high. Anybody else feel like that? When you're making treat boxes, do you stack the dimensionals high too? Linda says you make the cutest boxes. Hey, thank you. All right, so I've got to add my embellishments, my little flowers, and I have those all die cut already. That was done with the Bright Skies dies, this little flower from the Bright Skies, and I cut them out of crushed curry cardstock. But then I proceeded to lose them. You guys won't even believe what a mess I made. No wonder why they're lost. Entirely, helplessly lost. Okay. They're so lost, I don't know how they're so lost. They're so lost, I had to stand up to look. Ah, got them. See, when you've lost it, whether it be a piece or a tool, do you stand up and get a different perspective and hope you can find it? That's how I roll. All right, crushed curry, 3 flowers, and a little bit of white twine. Let's get that little guy. Another lost element. It gets to the end of the project, and I've made such a mess I can't find any of my things. I need a little white baker's twine. I'm about to start yelling for Desi. Desi, where's my white baker's twine? Thank you. We're using it on 2 different projects, you guys. All right, so I got little white baker's twine. This is the Baker's Twine Essential Pack, and I got the white one here. Well, I've got the white one now. Desi stole it because we're using it on thank you cards too. All right, so I'm gonna take a length of it and run front through the tag. All right, that wasn't too hard, right? But now I want to tie it to my ribbon. So this is where I'm going to grab my little floss threader. Love this thing. Drop through the hole in the floss threader. So it's like threading a great big needle. And then take the floss threader and slide the lead right underneath the bow. And then just pull. Now it's under the ribbon. And you can just trim off the excess and make a little thread knot. So thread knot is when you twist and then tuck the tails through the loop, wrap it around your finger or twist a little loop and then put the tails through. And there's our little thread knot. Okay, cut those a little shorter. Actually, get this where you want it. And so I'm a little bit of a control freak. I don't want my tag to hang loose. I'm gonna put a dimensional behind it because then it'll sit exactly where I want it to. So I'll pop a little dimensional on the box and settle that tag right where I think it should live permanently. There's that. The CNC toys. Yes, Tanya, I'm glad. Yes, I don't know, it just wasn't coming to me. That's what I need. I need a CNC toy because that's definitely no horse. Oh, goodness, you guys. All right, let me just peek over while I get my embellishments. Make sure that I heard you say you were going to start yelling for me since I have the live in my headphones. I ran because I knew where the twine was and almost ran over Dad in the process. Oh, that's too much behind the scenes, kid. Oh, it's fun when she's home. Desi's a special ed teacher and did summer school even this year. So we have kind of a short summer, but I love when she's here a little bit more. Oh, there's the peek behind the scenes. Let's see here. Carol says you need the green glue plus your little bottle in case it's a gift, right? I need to make a box that'll fit that. That is a really cute idea. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys make me feel like stamping. I'm gonna put my flowers on glue dots. You can use a little liquid glue. It'll be the more economical way to do it, but I'm all for adding my flowers with glue dots. Pick and stick is easy. I'll put those on. Now, let me show you 2 quick things. First, This is adhesive back textured dots. They've got almost like a very fine golf ball texture, like it's little divots. And they are the coolest embellishment. They were back in stock last time I looked. They had been out for a long time and I love them. Look at the difference that it makes without that embellishment, with that embellishment. It just pulls the whole thing together. And here's two of the same. Like, doesn't that make a huge, huge difference? 3 little dingles just wakes up the whole flower. So I wanted to show you that before and after because I noticed it as I was making the project. What a big difference that makes. And then, besides showing you that, my last discussion question is, do you like the flower centers with the pecan pie? Or do you like the flower centers with the, what did we do here? We did Daffodil Delight and then swiped over with pumpkin pie to make them kind of a crushed curry color, orange center. Do you like the orange centers or the brown? All right, last discussion question while I dingle my project here. Really just makes all the difference, I think, those little flower centers. Really cool texture, great embellishment. Very good for everything. They're kind of a brass, no, more like a bronze color. And so you'll find yourself using them a lot. All right, that's our project. Jazz says, I like the pecan pie. Nancy likes the orange. Linda likes the orange. Orange is winning. Come on, which ones do you like? The orange or the brown flower centers? Desi likes the orange one. I like the brown ones. Deborah likes the pecan pie. Angelique likes the pecan pie. All right, so that is our project for today. The color combination, the Shy Shamrock, Balmy Blue, Blueberry Bushel, was inspired from our Color Buddies reference guide. If you want to build a Color Buddies reference guide with us, get into our In Color Club. We'd love to have you there. Our next In Color Club Zoom craft along is August 1st. So if you join before August 1st, you'll be invited. Our feature color is Shy Shamrock, and we're gonna do a Stamp-A-Stack. We're gonna do a Stamp-A-Stack featuring Shy Shamrock and some of its Color Buddies and the Bright Skies bundle. Come back here, Bright Skies. And if you are interested in joining us for In Color, or for Cool Card Club for Cool People, this is a little look at the printable PDF that comes with your card club. You can do it online only. You'd get the PDF and videos. You could do it with the packet, or you can do it with the sketch, Card Club exclusive sketch, already laminated for you. There's 3 levels to choose from, and today is the last day to join us for that. So yeah, get into Card Club if you haven't tried it. It's a great month to try it because our kit is just totally stacked this month. You get the full package of the ribbon, the full package of the iridescent rhinestones. You get the sampler pack of all the glimmer papers, half a pack of designer series paper, all the cardstock materials, envelopes that you need for the 8 cards. You get the 3 new resources before anybody else in the Wonder Recipe series, 29, 30, and 31. You get your exclusive sketch. It's just a packed month. Major resources and major products too. So check out those links in the description. Brittany says I need to join. It's a great month to join. It's a really packed kit month. And the resources are, you get a head start on all the newest Wonder Recipes, 8 cards, lots of great materials. You can do online only if you are your own demonstrator. There's an online only version where you just get the PDF and then you can get the video for free if you want to. So there's definitely a lot going on at Kitchen Table Stamper between July and August 1st. So, all right, you guys, I have made a huge mess and I need to clean it up. Get my last call card club email out, and then I will post the blog with this project sheet and pre-recorded video. Thanks for spending some time with me, you guys. Oh, remember at the beginning, if you were here at the beginning, I said I did it this way, and with the sunflowers over here, Desi's like, maybe you should do it with the curry over here. And then, so I said, oh, let me try that. Which way do you like it better? With the curry under the sunflowers or under the flower embellishments? I think I like it both ways, and I just need both. I just need all three. Have a great weekend, everybody. Tanya says there are tons of glue dots as I go for it. I love the glue dots. They just make life so easy. They're worth a little extra expense, if you ask me. All right, looks like Desi's putting the links to join the clubs, either In Color or Card Club, in the chats, and they should be in the descriptions. Carol says the orange centers. That's kind of split, isn't it? Nancy says, Desi, you're priceless. She is. I agree. Oh, man. You guys, thank you for spending some time with me. My Fridays are always more fun because of you. I really do treasure your time and your support. If you need anything crafty, you can email marissa@kitchentablestamper.com, to shop Stampin' Up 24/7, marisaAlvarez.stampinup.net. I'll see you become a new In Color buddy or a Card Club cool kid. That's what we, behind the scenes, we call our In Color club members color buddies, and we call our Card Club members Card Club cool kids. So come and be a color buddy or a cool kid. We'd love to have you. And that's it. Yeah. Tell me about the Color Buddies book. Oh, okay. So Margie asks about the In Color Buddy. Okay. Color Buddies reference guide. So the whole idea is, you know, not everybody, but a lot of In Color clubs are out there, right? And I wanted my In Color club to teach my customers, those who are willing to put some skin in the game and support me by ordering their In Colors through me, how to embrace the new In Colors, use them with the core 40, and fall in love with them faster. All right, so what happens with In Colors, and if you agree with me, you guys, tell me you've had this experience. You get the In Color, and you say, whoa, okay, hang on, let me get used to this. And then 2 years later, the In Color, whatever it is, retires, and you're like, oh, I was just starting to love whichever In Color it is. I finally feel like I know how to use it. I'm familiar with it. I've grown to love it, and now it's retired. So it takes 2 years before you love it and embrace it, and then Stampin' Up retires it. So when I was thinking about my In Color club, I said, how do I help my customers, people who are willing to support me, how do I help them? And this is what I came up with, was this reference guide. And so we go through each color, one featured color a month. Now, your In Color club color might be different from the one I feature because we rotate through it all. So this month, we're in August 1st Zoom, we're doing Shy Shamrock. You might get Pretty in Pink because we have to rotate through. But each month we'll have a featured color. You're going to get a Stamp-A-Stack card class featuring that color and the pages to build your Color Buddy reference guide. So the first thing in there is what are colors, primary colors, secondary colors, tertiary colors, what are the color combinations and how are they defined? So you can take that to your color wheel and see what you're doing. Then each month you'll build your colors pages with suggested color combinations, your monochromatic colors from Stampin' Up, and a place for you to put your notes and other color combinations you like with that color. So you build this resource right along with me. And so that's what we do that's different for our In Color club versus anybody else's. How do these colors work with the 40 core? How can you get comfortable with them, using them faster? And that's the idea behind the In Color club and the Color Buddies reference guide. When you join In Color club, we send you the book in your first month. And then each month we send you new pages for your book. So whatever your color is, in that month, you get your pages to build your guide. And so you'll build your swatch chart, you have your notes page, you've got your monochromatics, and then you get your ribbon in your kit that month so you can put your tab and you build your book. Now the thing is about our In Color buddy reference guide is it's buildable. So after this year's In Colors, you can join next year's In Color Club, and there's just enough pages to build next year's reference guide. So we plan on just keeping this resource going because, like I said, when I sat down and said, what's my Facebook Live going to be? I said, well, we're featuring Shy Shamrock. Let's work on getting comfortable with Shy Shamrock. There's our color combination from today. All right, pulled out my color combination. I had Milkalicious candy bars. I knew I was going to use the cows. Grabbed my designer series paper and the template for our useful Hershey box, and the project just came together. And that's what we're trying to do with it. All right, so hopefully that helps. Thank you for letting me talk about my resource guide, or my reference guide. This resource has been a labor of love. We designed every page brand new this year, and it really did. It took a great big effort. So I like to talk about it. Thank you for asking, Margie. I hope that answers somebody else's questions too. Margie says, cool. And Nadine says, love the cows, right? And the Milkalicious candy bars were the perfect excuse to get them out again. Jess says, the In Color Club and reference books are awesome. Such useful tools and loads of fun. You are the best, my friend. All right, so let's see here. Can you buy just the resource guide? No, it's just for In Color Club members. Two reasons for that. One, I do not collect sales tax. So I do not have any of my own products, like physical products, where I would have to remit sales tax to state governments. I only do things where Stampin' Up! Can remit my sales tax. This is just a free perk for people who are in my In Color Club. And so that's why everybody does ask, do you do your sketches, the laminated sketchbook or the laminated wonder recipes? Do I sell that binder? I don't, because I don't want to get into the position where I have my own products that I need to deal with the tax consequences of, collecting sales tax. I sell the In Color products to the customer. The customer remits the sales tax through the purchase of the Stampin' Up! Products, and the Stampin' Up! Remits that sales tax to the state. And so this is just entirely a free resource at this point. Let's see here. Will the guide ever be a PDF? I don't know. That is a good question, because virtual products are handled a little bit differently. So it's possible, maybe. I don't know. Let's see here. When did it start? It's perpetual. So it started in May with the launch of the catalog, but it's perpetual. You can get in anytime. It is as a subscription. It bills for 5 months. And each month you get a different color, and you get a different card class, and you get so you get a different packet. So you'll get a different color. This is just the basics packet, but it will also have a marker when Stampin' Up! Gets those back in stock, by the way. So you get the basics. If you got the basics, you get the ink pad, the ribbon, half a pack of paper, 8 pages of designer series paper, a 6x6 sample of the glimmer paper, and the marker, plus that month's Stamp a Stack card class. So this month, it's the Bright Skies PDF. So you get the PDF for this card class. You get the page for your book. You get the color guide or reference guide in the first month, and a new page each month. So it's a perpetual thing. You can join anytime. But you'll run for 5 months if you want to do the whole club and collect all the pages and things. Let's see here. Cost of this In Color Club. In Color Club is 2 levels, just the basics, or I want it all. So I showed you just the basics, and it is, I believe, $50. Let me just look at and I think Want It All is $75. Can't type. I should have just followed one of Desi's links. I'm trying to type it all in. Oh, so silly. If you go to the kitchen table stamper store, In Color Club is right at the top of the kitchen table stamper store. So basics is $50. And if you do the I Want It All option, you also get your re-inker. You get the In Color or the blends for your In Color that month. You get a full package of cardstock, because if you want it all, you don't want half a pack of cardstock, so it upgrades to a full package. And then in the 5th month, you get the unbounded Beauty Designer Series paper. And so that's the I Want It All option. So there's 2 options, bills every month for 5 months. And there are still 3 live in color Zooms left. So you'll get all the replays, but we're going to do Shy Shamrock live on August 1st. We're going to do Summer Splash live on August 29th, and we're going to do Petunia Pop live on September 26th. And then if you are in your 4th month, you'll get Pretty in Pink as a replay, and then in your 5th month, you'll get Peach Pie as a replay for the Zoom. So the Zooms are still available, but you can still get in on some of the live ones if you subscribe now. Let's see here. I think I got all the questions. Let me look and see over here. You guys got any more questions about In Color Club? I love that you're asking, because sometimes I feel like there's just not enough real estate for all the answers. Angelique says, this is the best In Color Club I have to join. So many great resources Marisa provides. Hey, thank you, Angelique. I love that. I love that, because that's the only thing, you know, there's lots of In Color Clubs out there, and they're probably great and fine. But what I'll tell you about ours is it was designed with how can we help you love the In Color faster. I don't want anybody who is a member of my In Color Club to say in 2 years, I can't believe they're retiring Shy Shamrock. I've just really started to love it. No, we're going to love it now with great color combinations, with a PDF card class, with a Zoom where we talk about it, with resources. And then we also do have a Facebook group for In Color Buddies too, where you can share your favorite color combinations with Shy Shamrock and your favorite your projects that are made using that color. And it's had some fun interactions in our little community too. Our little community is fun too. So that's another little perk. Margie says Marissa is the best. Thank you, Margie. I think you're the best, my sweet friend. All right. Nancy says, even the replay Zooms are awesome. They really are. The replay Zooms are awesome, because if you're making your Stamp-A-Stack, because that's what we do, then you can pause me. You can, do your step and pause me and then move on. You can rewind it. So the In Color replays are actually a great bonus. Even if you make them live, you still get the replay. So you have the resource when you start to do your Stamp-A-Stack. So it's definitely got its perks to be able to go back and look at it again, or do it alongside with me, but pause me when you need to pause me. All right, you guys, I am going to go clean up my mess, get my email and my blog post done. Have a really fantastic weekend, and I'll see you guys. I don't know what my schedule is. I know I'm live again Friday at noon. I don't remember if we have a live on Thursday or a game on Thursday. Sorry guys, I forget. Let's see. I don't even think my calendar's in reach, but I will definitely see you same bat time, same bat channel next Friday. Elaine says, thank you. Have a great weekend, everybody. And let's see here. Oh, Angelique says, I love that you teach about the different colors and how to use them. It makes it so fun to work with the knowledge you provide. Good. I want to make your crafting experience less stress, more fun. And that's the goal. So I'm glad to hear that it's working for you. You guys are the best. Thank you for your testimonials, my In Color buddies. I love my In Color buddies. I also really love my Card Club Cool Kids. So if you've thought about it, now's the time to jump in. You can get Ice Cream Swirl. If you join after today, you'll get next month's Card Club. All right, you guys, I am out of here. Have a great weekend and happy crafting, everybody. I'll see you next week.